Well, hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. I probably don't need this mic, but I'll put it back here. So first of all, I'll tell you guys, it's so funny because I've been a personal trainer, and I'll tell you and dig into my story, but man, I can teach, I can be on a mic, I can sing, I can do all the things, but this is nerve-wracking to me. But I'm going to kind of tell you about the story and then dig into like the business part of it. I'm the owner of LP Fitness. I'm Lincoln's only woman minority-owned gym here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Thank you, Franz. Yes. So I had a little bit of a different path. I did not set out to be a business owner at all. I'll give you a little background on how LP Fitness started. So I taught at another gym for about 5 years. I found a passion for fitness. I loved helping people, changing lives, doing all that kind of thing, but that was always my side gig. So after teaching at that gym for 5 years, I stepped away, but I'll tell you, well, rewind. I've lost 70 pounds. That's where I've started all of this. So the passion comes from, I've been there, I've done that, I feel you, I know what it means, all of that. So then I had the weight loss journey, lost the 70 pounds, and then I started teaching another gym because I kind of found my passion. That's a big part, I should have told you. So let's see. So I taught at this gym for 5 years, stopped, kind of stepped away. Then word got out that I was no longer going to teach there. And I got a Facebook message. I remember this like yesterday. And the gal was like, man, you should just teach a boot camp at the park or something. And I was like, well, why not? Let's go. So I ended up putting a post on Facebook. And I said, boot camp, Holmes Lake, $10. Bring your own mats, yoga, everything. What? 20 people show up. I was like, I know I wasn't getting paid this much to do my one class at the gym. So September 2014, LP Fitness started in the back of my beat-up Honda. So I continued to have one class at the park every Sunday. This was in September, mind you, so it started getting cold. So more and more people were showing up. So at this time, I'm like, all right, well, I need to figure out what I want to do with this. So I started subleasing at another person's gym at 7:30 at night. So mind you, they're not using it at this time. So I started subleasing there, and I added like another class. I kind of just started like doing a punch card thing. It just built a little bit more. Well, they closed. I was like, shit, now what am I gonna do? So then I found another place, oddly enough, that let me sublease again at 7:30 at night because they weren't making any money when the doors are closed. So they're like, why not? Doors closed, same thing. Okay. So every time, mind you, I just kept building and building in the gym, just a little bit more people coming. But then the last place that I ended up subleasing, they ended up closing the doors, but at this time, I've really grown my business. And when I say grown, I mean like I had 15 members. That was big. Paying members, but everybody else kind of did a punch card. So fast forward. So June of 2019, I signed my lease for my very own gym. Now let me tell you about my baby gym. First of all, I never thought in a million words that I would own a gym. That was never in my story, nothing like that. But I was terrified, but I knew it was my calling. So, mind you, this whole time I'm working at State Farm. Worked there for 23 years, okay? So this is my side gig, trying to do this. Well, let me talk about my baby gym. I call it baby gym, so I'll tell you why. It was on 66 and Cotner, right next to a vape store. Perfect, right? Doors open, all the vape in there. Cool. It was 1,200 square feet. When it rained outside, it rained inside. True story. But you know what, though? I tell people there was no parking. You literally had to park about 4 or 5 blocks away to get there. But I'm like, what? You're coming to work out? It's fine. Snowing, raining. It's fine. It's fine. It was a shithole. I'm not going to lie. Paint was falling off the walls, everything. But I was so humble because that's where I started. You have to start somewhere. Well, after growing my gym for 3 years, I figured out, I'm like, all right, what do I need to do with LP Fitness? So I had a lot of requests for more classes and things like that, but it wasn't an option because of my work schedule, right? So I'll tell you, I wasn't making anything close to what I was making at State Farm. And any sane person would have probably not taken this leap of faith. But on a random Tuesday at noon, I remember texting my husband and I was like, you know what, I think I want to quit my job. And I was like, I will hustle, I will do everything and anything that I have to do to make that same amount of money. He's like, let's go. I was like, it was April of 2021, I quit my full-time job. It was the most freeing thing that I've ever done, but the scariest thing I've ever done. I lost my pension, my 401k, I mean, the security of a paycheck every 2 weeks. So I quit my job. So then it all hit me. But guess what? Being a personal trainer has nothing to do with running a business. Oh, shit. So I was ready for the challenge. So I didn't really know where to turn. I didn't really have any resources or connections. I applied for a number of grants. I didn't get them. I made a lot of phone calls, no return phone calls. Just pretty much felt lost. But I was lucky enough to connect with Connie Edmonds. She is my financial advisor. She's helped me a lot in the financial part in building my future planning. And I also hired a business coach. Best decision of my life. Oh my gosh. Taught me everything, all the things outside of my beliefs. But I'll talk more about that here in a sec. Notes. But first thing I knew is I needed a new location because I'm still at my shithole, right? I needed to rebrand as well because I had ideas in my head to make this more successful. But I needed some help. So at that time, I ended up hiring my sister, Felicia. I had no idea how I was going to pay her. I wasn't even getting paid. But I was like, oh, let's do it. I had no idea. But again, it kind of all worked out. All right, so that brings us to June of 2021. So I moved locations. I am now located at 200 North 66th, right there, East Park Plaza by Joanne's. Will be the loud music when you drive by. That's us. There's lots of parking, central located, 3,000 square feet. It's my beautiful gym. So I turned into Lincoln's first transformation center. This is where we're going to offer everything for you to reach your goals. So this, now mind you, 70 pounds ago, this is what I was looking for when I was trying to lose my weight. Somebody help me work out. Somebody teach me how to eat. Somebody hold me accountable. Do all the things, baby steps, because it's overwhelming. We don't know what to listen to and all of that. So anywhere else that you go, let's say you go somewhere and you buy their food. Cool, what happens when you stop buying their food? You don't know how to make the meal prep and you're like, shit, now I don't know what to do. Other gyms, you can go work out. If you don't know how to work out, then you kind of go there and you're intimidated and you're scared, right? There's nobody calling you saying, hey, where you been? You're just another member that's paying them $10 that you forgot that you're paying them, and that's how they make their big money. So at LP Fitness, you get it all. So what I'll tell you is that you get fitness. Now let me talk about fitness. So the 70 pounds heavier Liza was scared to go to the gym, didn't know what I was doing, didn't want people staring at me, all of those things. But the biggest thing is that I wanted to set this up for people and to help them. Levels. Oh, you have a bad knee, bad that. You can only use a bad knee thing for so long. But guess what? My gal who works my front desk, she does all of her workouts sitting down. When I say I got you, I got you. Levels, levels, levels to everything. Muscle confusion. Say, you know what? I work out. I don't need anybody to help me. Guess what? I have you too. I promise you. Every single workout is totally different. Form is everything, safety, all of that kind of thing. And then the other part of it is nutrition. So my gym, you will not be able to you will not be able to buy a package of just working out because I want to help you with it all. I don't want you to come to the gym and say, oh, I'm working out 7 days a week and this is 7 days a week and this isn't working. Well, what are you putting in your mouth, right? And that's what it is always. So I want you to have the success of all of it. Very much about zero judgment. And again, I could speak to because I did all the things. I did the shake diet, don't eat diet. I did the salad diet, did the starvation. I did it all. So I can speak to him like, I get you. So that's why, again, this is so passionate about how this all works. So slowly with the nutrition, we'll say baby steps. I teach macros. I teach real life. I'm not going to tell you a shake diet. I'm not going to do anything like that because I don't want you to do that and gain weight, lose it back and forth. Lifestyle. I don't want you ever to hate your food. If you look at your food and be like, oh, I'm on a diet, and you hate it, it's not going to be sustainable. But the other part of my gym that makes us different than anybody else is the accountability. We are on another level. So what we do is we use an app called Voxer. It's a walkie-talkie. And every single day you send me pictures of your food. Now why? Because I can help you. Be like, you know what? You need more toast. You don't have enough protein. I help you, not to make you feel dumb, to teach you. Because many times before I'd have plans. They're like, oh, I'll see you in 2 months or in a month. Girl, bye. Monday, Tuesday, I did good. Wednesday, F up. Start all over. Monday again. It was the Monday game. So it's holding you accountable, but teaching you all of this. You send us pictures, but we're here to help you. The other part of this is the community. I gotta be the person that gotta build the dopest community. And I'll say this, and I mean it with all my heart. It doesn't matter your size, your age, your shape, or your color. So being a minority was very important to me to be able to build that for other minorities as well, because everywhere else I would go to, I would usually be the only minority there working out. but still something that's really important to me. At my gym, you're more than a number. If you don't show up, we check on you. But it's the coolest thing ever because everybody there has a different reason why, and it's to be a healthier human, whatever the version of it is for you. But we're also big on workshops. So outside of the community and everything else, we have workshops. We very much focus on mental health, and I don't know of any other gym that has that to be part of their goals and their core values is the mental health part. And anybody and everybody, when you fuel your body with non-processed food, if you work out, you feel like a badass. It helps with anxiety, depression, sleep. Like there's so many things, but we speak about it on our onboarding. And then we have our workshops where we have a therapist that comes. Her license is in nutrition and mental health. I didn't even know that existed, and she comes speaks to us quarterly as well. And this is for men and female. This is everybody. This is everybody. All right, so that's my gym. So let's talk business. So my business coach, it's the funniest thing ever. He does recordings of all of our meetings. And I just got to hear a call that we had 2.5 years ago when I started with him. And holy crap, it's night and day. I am a whole different person. It's crazy. I'm very much like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. Like, let me learn the things. I am not the best at a lot of things, but I have taken the approach of like, just teach me. I want to learn what you do and all y'all. I mean, all of this. But the first thing my business coach told me is he said, you need to raise your prices. Because I remember at that time, I was trying to be like, well, so-and-so only charges that much and so-and-so. But the biggest thing was know your worth. The value of what we offer is everything. You don't have to be the cheapest in Lincoln. You don't have to be comparable to others. But I guarantee if you come to my gym, you will absolutely reach your goals, 100%. And as I speak with passion, but I'm telling you it's the truth. You got to stand by what you believe in, know your values. You get what you pay for. And we all know that. You get what you pay for. We get to change lives for a living, which is the coolest job ever. It's not even a job. And the fact that I have hundreds of walking billboards walking around Lincoln, promoting the business is like the coolest thing ever. All right, so my mindset changed completely. So I went from a one-person show to now a staff of 22 people. What I learned is that my team is only as good as I am. So I take my commitment to developing my team very seriously. So we have a very strict set of core values that we follow, and my team all knows them by heart by a T. It's fitness. First, commitment to changing lives. Anybody who works for me, you have to have a passion for helping people. That is huge. Invest in quality over quantity. I don't want 500 members. I would love to have my set 200 and be able to take care of all of you and all of you reach your goals. Take an initiative, teamwork, that's something that's really important anywhere you work. Integrity. Integrity is a big one. Exceptional experience, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Compassionate, having to be compassionate. Everybody has a different story. And speed is king, and what that means is you're going to message me, we're going to message right back. You have questions about something, it's the fact that we want to reply to you to make you feel like you're a valued person. We had to come up with process and procedures. So down to checking in people, our employee handbook, expectations for job duties, one-on-one meetings, our training program, all of it. Come up with all of this. And the reason I do this is that I have to be just like a McDonald's, minus the food, but just like McDonald's, where anywhere you go, you're going to get the same hamburger and fries, right? So for the future, and y'all maybe can help me, opening a bigger location, having multiple locations, it'll be the same product no matter where you go. So from the second that you walk into my gym, there's a reason for everything. So you're going to walk in, right away you're going to see a couch, you're going to see a little table with a book of all of my 5-star Google reviews. You're going to see a transformation book, you're going to see a front desk. You go to the front desk, you're going to see a whole wall of all transformations. It's about building the experience when they walk in, they're like, all right, I'm vibing with this. I have a 2-second rule. You'll be greeted 2 seconds within the time you walk in the door. Why? Because it's scary to walk into a damn gym. So the biggest thing is walking in. You're going to be taken care of. Hey, how are you? Come on in. Let's get you checked out. Maybe it's your first class. Let's get you set up, all of the things. It's all of these things that no other place has been doing. But again, 70 pounds ago, this is all the things that I wanted. Know your numbers. This is just huge. I have to submit my numbers weekly to my coach. And before, when he had asked me, he's like, so, how much did you make last year or last month? I don't know. No idea. No how many members I had. No idea about churn, any of the things. But now I'm so proud that I have it to a T. I can tell you, spit it off like crazy, because you need to know that stuff as a business owner. That part is really, I've come such a long way in that. And again, I had no experience of any of this. So I'm very thankful for my business coach and pushing me to do all these types of things. Retention within my community is huge. Making sure that the only time you hear from me is when, hey, your credit card didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, every week we do a client at risk report, which that means is if you have not been to my gym in 7 days, we are calling you. We already know, hey, where you been? Do you know how far that goes? The fact that they feel valued, that they want, the fact that I remember that you haven't been in class. Or, hey, I'm on vacation, dang, chill, I'll be there next week. They love that. When you join my gym, you get a postcard, birthday cards. When you've been for my gym for a year, you get a t-shirt that says, I made myself a priority. It's about making them feel valued. Again, all the things that no one else offers, we put it all together. So now the coolest thing ever is that my business runs by itself. I never, ever thought that would happen. I was a one-person show. I had to teach all the classes. I just got back from Destin yesterday, and the gym did not burn down. It ran perfectly fine. It's the best feeling ever. But now I'm at the point where I can focus on these type of things. I can be the face of the gym, do a lot of these networking things, meet other entrepreneurs, kick back different ideas and all that kind of thing. But a lot of these things, these are outside of my comfort zone, and that's my next stage in building my business. Is I want to do more things like this. But the other part of all of this is that I'm making it a point to be a resource for other minority-owned businesses. Help them with the things that I didn't know. So last year, I ended up speaking in front of the legislature and helped get a bill passed for minority business owners. My financial advisor, Connie, made me do it. But it was a very, very good thing. So it's something that I'm very passionate about. But what it was is it will help for other minority-owned gyms, or not gyms, businesses with resources and things that I didn't have when I was calling everybody, help me, help me. But I've learned so much in the little amount of time of building my business and what it goes into continuing to grow it. I'm going to brag a minute, but these are super important things. In the last year, we ended up winning #1 for Lincoln Choice Awards for the best place to fill the burn, which was, I joke about it all the time, but it was, if you see the video, you would have thought I won a damn Grammy. It was the craziest thing ever because we were up against 4 big box gyms. And I'm a boutique gym, is what I'm called. $1 billion gyms, and then there's us. And that right there just speaks to all of this. It was like the best thing ever. Currently, we are nominated for 4 categories of Best in Lincoln. Gym, thank you. Gym, nutrition, family-owned business, and best place to work. And lastly, right now, I was actually nominated for the top 50 women for the Inspire Awards, which is probably the best thing ever. Thank you. But I ended up making it to top 5 of excellence in entrepreneurship, and I find out next Wednesday if I win. But no matter what, it's not even about the winning. It's the fact that my baby gym is now a big girl gym. Like, we're doing big things. It's a huge honor, and it's really a huge honor, and that's why I love sharing my story, because I had 0 experience. Literally I just took a gamble on my passion. I couldn't do any of this without my staff, my team. Because of them, it's everything. But that's my story. Thanks for your time. I don't know if I'm supposed to stay here if you guys have questions or not. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh. I would say my biggest thing is just resources, like talk and network, and oh my gosh, these has just been everything. It's in the beginning I didn't know who to. It's somebody taking you under their wing. It really is. And be like, hey, come to this networking event or come here. But that's been huge. I was blessed to have Connie Edmonds kind of do that and help me and guide me in the right direction for different things. It's just that I did not know where to start, and I did not go to school for this. I didn't do this. Is a later in a life thing. I was going to retire from State Farm. That's what you do when you work there, and especially being there for 23 years. So, but 100% is just, man, using your networking, using your people. I am not too humble to ask for help. That's my biggest thing. Teach me it all. Yeah. You know, I would think, or I would tell you, so when I had my baby gym, I felt kind of like less than because it was a shithole. But I guess I wish I would have like knew my value back then, because I could have done a lot of things differently and made more money and do all that. It was until I got my pretty gym where I felt like, But, so I would probably say that. So I fast forwarded a lot because I didn't want to take up all your time. But so what happened is honestly my gym exploded. It just started building, and honestly, the Lincoln Choice Awards, we were just getting blown up. So we needed more coaches, we needed more front desk, we needed all the people. So it seemed like a fast amount of time, but we had, you know, about a year to build this. So yeah, it was a short amount of time for a lot of staff, it was. But right now I'm continuing to build because my next goal is either a bigger location or multiple locations. In my brain, I have a couple different ideas. But I will not ever, because I open another location, just hire a bunch of people because, you know, I need to fill that classes. I will not do that. I'll teach all 25 classes before, because I don't want to lose that part of it. But man, everybody, I'm telling you, genuinely, you will feel every single person that works at my gym loves their front desk. They love what they do. They love helping people, comforting them, making them feel safe. It's the coolest thing ever. I can't tell you enough. My team is what's made my gym just explode. So currently, right now, I only hire within because you have to know what we stand for. I have one gal that I hired that was a member. So you absolutely have to be a member because you have to drink the Kool-Aid. You have to see what we're all about. So yeah, it's being internal, but it is the passion for helping people. And don't get it twisted. It's not about you having to be in the best shape of your life either. I have every size, age. I love all of that because I want people to come in and be like, oh man, she kind of looks like me. Or, you know, so that's a big part of it too. I do have a lot of staff, and I'll tell you, all of them have done their own transformation within the gym, which is cool. They all literally can all speak to their story. So everybody has a different story. So, because I knew what we had to offer, everybody needed. And I'm not joking. I'm telling you, like, it was just a matter of us getting our word out because, you know, we were not seen. A lot of people are like, who's All Fitness? I mean, until recently, until we moved. But I'll tell you, as a business owner, my husband will tell you, you know, if it's like a bad day or, you know, so what I do now all day, every day is I have goal setting meetings. People come in, they want me, we talk about your goals, how I can help you, because our plans cater to everybody individually. But I get to do that, but the funniest thing is I'll talk to my husband and be like, yeah, the gym's gonna close today. Like, it's that dramatic. But I think all people that own businesses, it's like that dramatic, you know what I'm saying? And then the next day I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I sold 5 memberships, we're doing good. Oh, the gym's not gonna close anymore? No, we're good today, you know? So, man, there's ups and downs though, don't know, like, this is all so great, but it's been such a struggle. And I think, too, the fact that I'm a woman-owned gym owner with a very male-dominated industry, that has been a struggle as well. But it just gives me more, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I love that part of it, actually. I had a struggle. I'll tell you, that's another part, too, is a lot of people thought because I was a woman-owned business that I was women-only that came to my gym. And it's funny because I guarantee if there's a guy out there, you know, nobody would think, oh, only guys go there. You know what I'm saying? And I also had to deal with the credibility part. Can you help me? Do you know how to work out hard? Can you build me a workout? Do you know anything about nutrition because I'm a man? Absolutely. And I love that. The beginning of my gym, I would say, man, maybe 20% men. We didn't have that many. But now we're at about 40%. So super excited. And I love because it's doing muscle confusion. So a lot of my men that are currently working out, majority of the time it's, you know, the weightlifting and all that, and that's great. But it's the other parts of it where you want muscle confusion to switch it up sometimes, depending what your goal is. But I will say, lucky for you, man, the second you start working out, the shit just starts dropping off, which is really annoying. But I'm happy for you. I'm just kidding. But if there's some weight loss. But I love the other part of it too, where I get to help people build muscle mass. Hey, I've been trying to build muscle mass and I can't do it. Again, what are you eating? Like, and it's fun. You got to eat a shit ton of food. I love eating. So that kind of went all around. But so I am blessed to be in the gym industry. And so my business coach, they only work with gym owners. It's the coolest thing ever. So what happened is they hit me up and they're like, hey, we see you own a gym in Lincoln, Nebraska. We want to do a podcast and learn more about you. And that's how they got me. And the next thing you know, I'm throwing down a pretty buck. But I was like, I have to do this. Like, they're going to teach me all the things. Money back, they said. They'll give me all my money back. Best investment of my life. Scared the crap out of me because it was everything that I believed in was flipped. Everything I believed in. People aren't going to pay that much. Sure as shit did. You know? Just so many different things. Taught me all of these things, how to structure my gym. I run ads all the time. So that's how I get my meetings back to back all day, every day. Thankful for that. They help me with my ads. They help me with everything. I took my sister and my other management team to Florida last year, and they had a thing called GymCon. It was 300 gym owners. It's kind of like you guys probably have something like that. Coolest thing ever. Oh, my gosh. Alex Rodriguez, baseball player. Is that his name? He was there, but he spoke because he's an entrepreneur. But there was a bunch of speakers, but sorry, you guys are like, ugh. But man, left there just empowered, ready to do more. I was just talking to Franz and Felicia about this, but they have, the gym owners that, the $1 Million Club, $1 million plus, right? I was like, so what happens is they put people up at the stage and you get this obnoxious sword. And so I told them, like, we're getting a fucking sword. Like, next time we go, I'm getting that sword. But it's funny because then when I think back, and I'll tell you something, my financial advisor, when we sat down the first time, she's like, so what are your goals? She's like, what do you want to make? I was like, I don't know. Like, man, if I can make like 100,000, that'd be really awesome. And she looked at me, she's like, oh, honey. And now I look back at that, Liza, to now, I'm like, oh, shit, we're going way up there. Like, so it's just a different mindset now that I have. So, y'all want to know all the business? All right. Well, we can have individual meetings, too, if y'all are interested in the gym. But so right now I have 100, hold on. I have 300 members, about 302. I know I have 198 reoccurring memberships. I have 56 paid in full memberships. Classes, I have 25 classes a week. And I'll tell you, I have a cap on them because I don't want you to have an uncomfortable workout. So I will say the average is at least 25 or so per. Now that's an average. Tonight we had 42 people at my toning class. We saw probably about 110 people today. 5:30, 9:15, noon, 4:30, 5:45. The numbers are just growing and growing, hence that's why I need to look for probably a bigger spot or a second location. My coach gave me the numbers on when I need to start looking, even down to that. I need to be making a certain amount of money per month in order to start looking, and it was, I need to profit $30K per month before I start looking, and I'm well above that now, so. Profit, so so anyways. The gym. So you can come into the gym in two different ways. There's a 6-week challenge. It's an accountability challenge, not a biggest loser, whoever loses the most weight. I don't play that. The challenge is $5.99, but the coolest thing about it is you start at 3 workouts, nothing to something. Nutrition, you get an accountability coach. I'm very much about body positivity, so you don't want to necessarily like stare at that number. So I have an in-body machine. It'll test your muscle mass and body fat. It'll tell me the story. Are you eating enough? Our goal is to build muscle mass, lose body fat, healthy heart, all the things. Workshops, in-body, all of the things. The challenge is $5.99 up front. But if you lose 15 pounds or 4 to 5% body fat, I credit it towards future membership. So it's win-win. And I always tell people, if you are ready to do the thing and invest in yourself, this is the beginning of it all. Here we go. After 6 weeks, we don't go away, being that we're the transformation center. You're still sending me your weight. We're still doing in-bodies every 4 weeks. Like, we've got shit to do. This is the new you. Some people are driven on, okay, I'm 15 pounds, $5.99. I'm going to get that money towards future membership. Some people's brains work like that. Or I have transformation membership. You get 4 workouts a week, nutrition, I'm your coach, in body, all the things that I said, all of that for free, but it's 28 days. But I don't go away after 28 days. Again, we're family. We're about to do some shit. This is lifestyle. So I used to charge $109 for membership. So when I say the value of your product, man, I was like, nobody's going to pay that. Well, actually, I've raised my prices probably 3 times since then. But when I can guarantee that you're going to get results, it's the best feeling ever. So I'm a boutique gym, so what that means is that we don't have just walk in and do like free weights and that kind of thing. So I have treadmills, row machine, boxes, battle ropes, a rig. I have every size of dumbbells, medicine balls. We run outside, walk outside. So yeah, it's kind of that setup. We don't have the other type of thing. But every single class that you come to is totally different, which I'm really big on that. Yeah, punching bags. Oh yeah, we have kickboxing too. So Franz actually just won our challenge at the gym, so he's my hype man over here. but it is cool because we've been able to put it all together, and he had to stop coming to these events and just drinking a lot and eating all the time. So I had to tell him how to bring it back. But he had a salad today. But yeah, that's a setup. The goal, I keep going back and forth, but my goal potentially is to have a big gym with the classes and the weight room too, to kind of have that income coming in on the other part as well. But we'll see. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate your time.